so let's just start off with me showing what this challenge looks like with my right hand, which is my dominant hand. It looks like that. So I should have went over this before. In order for a forehand to be a legal throw in a game, your pivot foot has to stay on the ground. So if I'm throwing with my right hand, it's my left foot. If I'm throwing with my left hand, it's going to be my right foot. So my right foot has to stay on the ground throughout the entire throw, or else it's a travel and the throw doesn't count. So I'm not allowed to like run into it to get more momentum. I have to generate all that power through my legs and arm. Okay, so now that you know what a Frisbee forehand looks like, now I'm going to just commit with my left hand and see how close I can get to this just right off the bat. So I'm gonna take maybe 10 reps and see how close I get here. So those first reps, they were alright. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing ever. It could have been much worse. So my biggest problem right now is just I'm having a hard time generating power forward. My throw is just really weak, and this target is just very much out of my range right now. But that's okay. I'm going to work up to it. The best thing about like being new at something is that you progress really fast with small changes of technique. Whereas with my right hand, my technique is already really efficient. So I could spend hours and hours and hours trying to rep my right hand. I'm only gonna see this much result, but like 2 hours of practice on my left hand is going to see like a huge amount of progress because I've just never thrown with my left hand before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some drills without a disc and just work on getting this motion to be a little more smooth, because this is something that's just killing the power of my throw. So the first step is going to be to get this motion to be a lot more smooth. So here we go. Alright, so I have the feeling in my brain of what it feels like to have good form. So I'm going to take another set of 10, or maybe a little more than that, and see my progress. So just with that drill alone, I already increased my distance a pretty significant amount. However, it was really uncontrolled. You really don't want to see the disc turning like that first one did. That's not really what I want it to do. So this next one, I'm going to try to do some control drills and work on that. Alright, so I'm being kicked off this field, so I'm going to see if I can get this really fast. I'm going to go through one set. If I get it, that's awesome. If not, then we continue to another day. So let's do this. Is that it? It was close, but I don't know if it counts. Last one. That's all for today. See you guys tomorrow. Day 2. Alright, so today's weather definitely is a lot worse than yesterday. It's really windy, which just makes everything a lot more difficult. Also, my shoulder is definitely feeling all the reps that I did yesterday. It's pretty sore. I also have some bruising in between my index finger and my thumb from the rim just constantly rubbing against it, but today should be a good day. Hopefully I make some good progress, and yeah, here we go. So now I'm gonna do the same thing and try to hit the pole with my left hand. Yes! Okay, so now I'm just gonna go for it. So the wind is blowing really hard in this direction, but yeah, here we go. I just ripped my finger open. Alright, that's it for today. I'll see you guys another day. Day 3. Alright, so yesterday I ripped my finger up pretty bad. I have it taped today. I also brought some Ultimate Frisbee gloves with me, so if this isn't enough padding, I'm gonna put those on. The weather today is a lot better than yesterday. It's still a little windy, but it's definitely not as bad as yesterday. So yeah, here we go, day 3. I didn't show very well in the past couple of days how I'm making sure that this is 20 yards. I'm using the penalty box line. The penalty box line is 18 yards from the penalty box line to the front of the goal, and then to the back of the goal is another about 2 yards. It's actually a little bit farther than a 20-yard throw because in order for you to have to hit a higher target on the net, it actually has to travel about 21, 22 yards. So it's definitely the correct distance. So the wind is blowing this way pretty hard, and that means that I'm going upwind, and that's making it even harder for me to get the distance needed. I already struggle with just barely being able to get to the distance, but having to go upwind is just really challenging. My arm's definitely starting to get tired. I've already taken over 100 reps today, but I'm so close. If the wind can just cooperate a little bit and not be so strong upwind, I know I can do this. That one just went over the goal. I don't know. Just like the first day, that one was really close, but it wasn't a clean hit. So I'm still out here trying to get a clean one. Yes! Really starting to get it. It's becoming a lot more consistent. Alright, so that's going to be it for today. My arm is completely dead at this point. I took so many throws today. I easily went over 300 throws, and it was just so frustrating. It was so close so many times. I just didn't want to stop, but at this point, my arm, it just doesn't really work anymore. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Day 4. Well, here we go. So today the wind's blowing upwind again, but it's a lot less than it has been in the past couple of days. It's about the same as the first day, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. And yeah, here we go. That one was really close. I can feel it coming today. So close. There. Oh, come on. Yes! 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 I'm so happy right now. I've taken so many throws over the past couple of days. It feels so good to finally just hit the cone. But that's gonna conclude this challenge. I did it, and I hope you're able to learn whatever you want to learn. So yeah, my name is Emily Cohen. See you next time.